Catwoman and Poison Ivy TV show were recently pitched to DC and HBO, but they passed on both. Now, where do I start? Well, where do I start? First off, fuck your bitch and the click you claim West Side to we motherfucking good gang. Anyway, Catwoman is a show that I would have been interested in. Honestly, I would have been interested. I wouldn't have been mad at it. Poison Ivy is a TV show that I would have been interested. Wouldn't have been mad at it. And they are two pillars of Batman's universe. So I think that would have been good to do. They did the Penguin show. So the reason why I said, where do I start with this? Is because what the fuck do DC want to do at this point? You just shelved and people pitched. That means James Gunn pitched a Catwoman show and a Poison Ivy show. And everything else. Or somebody else pitched it, maybe Matt Reeves. And no was said. So, how do you get better as content creators in general, on YouTube, anywhere? You put out fucking content. Make sure it's polished. Make sure you're doing your best. Perfect your craft. But you put out content. You be consistent. If you want to be a fucking YouTuber, newsflash, you gotta be fucking consistent. So, my thing is this, right? Even though John Baptist saying, what the hell? What with these two? What the hell is wrong with Warner Bros., right? The fact that they were passed on, I do got a small problem with. Because Catwoman and Poison Ivy could have been good TV shows. HBO could have been good. I think Poison Ivy is more of an interesting character. But Catwoman has some interesting shit to her too. And HBO is really dying on TV shows right now. We really need TV shows out of HBO. After the House of the Dragons, they really got nothing out of Game of Thrones. I mean, they had Euphoria. Now that's over with. So you need a new show after that. You got Game of Thrones. They're going to keep coming out with shit. So you're really good on Game of Thrones. But other than that, what else is... Lanterns is coming out. So you got Lanterns. You got some shows in there, but and this shows I'm not looking at, obviously, and y'all not watching. But I remember HBO used to be a place where it's like a bunch of shows, bunch of good shows, Sopranos. I think Breaking Bad came on HBO. I don't know. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong or not on that. But they used to have all these good shows on there, and I was like, you know, it is what it is with certain shows. Like what was that show called? The Last of Us. Even though people didn't like it, you know, and it ended in the season 2, people fucking hated that shit because the game shit, it wasn't with that. So it's like, it's a hit or miss now with HBO. So I just believe, and the reason why I'm saying all this is because consistency is the key, and you got to put out good content consistently. And I think a Catwoman and a Poison Ivy show would have been... I mean, would it have been bad for James Gunn universe? Would it have been bad for DC? Would it have been bad for HBO? I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Because if these things were greenlit, then we'll be getting them probably right after Lanterns. And that ain't actually bad. Now you got 3 TV shows. Because you think about it. You're not making a movie for Poison Ivy. And you're not making a movie for Catwoman. Catwoman and Poison Ivy will most likely be side characters in movies. Or they can have their own TV shows. I don't mind it. Now, you just got to put out good product with Catwoman and with Poison Ivy. If you could do that, then I'm cool with it. But my thing is just try, my nigga. Like, it's the thing was like they want hits. Like what you want, a Batman TV show? Batman is only going to go on movies, bro. We ain't get no Batman TV show unless you're going like Jason Todd. But I would rather that nigga be in a movie theater. I think he's too big of a character to be putting on a fucking TV show. That's why they fucked up with CW shows. Teen Titans was cool for animated when I was a kid. But now we're in the stage of live action. You gotta go live, man. Like we live right now. We in the stage of it. It seems like Warner Brothers is in the past. They seem like they in the past. It seem like they like 10 years ago. They like in 2016. Like every 10 years, they 10 years back. And I feel it. They trying to make their way back up. I mean, you battling a fucking juggernaut with Disney. Because that's their competition. Paramount, Universal, it's really Disney and Warner Brothers. That's the only two. And Warner Brothers, they just so they trying to take out Disney with another company, and they trying to pay off their debts so they can actually battle with Disney. But the Disney battle is over with when Paramount get the shit, unless some things trigger out and then they take some money from Paramount because they finessed them out the deal. Shout out to David Zaslav. But I would have still liked to see these shows. Now, let me know below if y'all would have liked to see Catwoman or Poison Ivy, because I would have. I wouldn't have minded. It's not a bad decision to me. You could definitely build off Catwoman. You could have made a Catwoman show and I'm thinking Matt Reeves pitched Catwoman, and you could have, I would have definitely watched the Catwoman TV show with Zoe. I wouldn't have mind that. And then Poison Ivy, we never saw Poison Ivy yet, so that could have been maybe James Gunn universe. I don't know. That would have been maybe dope, bro. That would have been maybe dope because I really like the Penguin show. So if you can do anything like that, I say fucking do it, bro. But the fact that they passed on it just meant like, hey, we want to do other things. We want to do this Lantern show. So, which ain't a bad idea, but I just like more content, man, because I'm a content creator. So I need content to fucking make. So this would have been more content. This would have been more shit to look at. I mean, you need money anyway, my nigga. Like, you don't want flops, but a Catwoman show, I'm pretty sure you put a little budget into that, you would have made your money back. You put a low budget into Poison Ivy, you would have made your money back. People has lost the art of putting side characters in these positions and don't put big money on them because they already got big names. Catwoman is a fucking big name. If you did, she is at least, I would say, a B-list character. Catwoman is a B-list character in my opinion. A lot of people fucking know Catwoman, and because it's Batman. Poison Ivy, you can argue B or C. I would say C, but she's still a big enough character for people to know. So, a lot of people dress up as Poison Ivy for Halloween. A lot of people dress up as Catwoman. Them are really recognizable characters. And I think a lot of people would have checked out the show. And if they wouldn't have don't put $100 million behind it. Put like 50 and just call it a day. And put maybe Matt Reeves or some good directors behind it. Maybe James Gunn for Poison Ivy. I think that'd make more sense. And Matt Reeves for Catwoman would have made more sense. Maybe they both pitched it and the Warner Brothers said no. I think it would have been good. Put in the comment section below what you think.